welcome to today's Ripple Maker Spotlight. I'm very excited, as I always am, but today I am very, very excited to bring you one of the most amazing change makers that I have had the pleasure to work with, to know, to support in growing his brand, and for him to have been a major part of my life and my success. We have the amazing UK Impact Catalyst, Mr. Greg Garrity in the house. Greg, welcome to One Drop.
Hi, thanks very much, Sammy.
So you dropped in with us at One Drop today to really share who you are, to introduce you to all of our other fellow Ripple makers. Because when you were traveling with me all around the world and we were meeting brand builders and Ripple makers all over the world, people were meeting you, but now everything's online. They're not getting to meet you. So I want to introduce you to everybody, and there's lots of faces in here that you won't know yet. So guys, come and say hello. Greg, for those people that don't know you, please share with us who you are, what you do, and why you love doing it.
Okay, so Greg Garrity. I have two businesses, one of which is Drive Change for Good, which ultimately is about ending loneliness in today's society. And it has a whole bunch of different streams to it to enable that. But I realized after working on that for a good number of months that was too big a picture for me to go for straight away. So I decided that I was going to start another company with my training and qualifications, UK Impact Catalyst. And I now work on the people that are going to bring about the change to end loneliness. So I've always been really interested in people, and I've got various qualifications in psychology, NLP, hypnosis, and I work directly with CEOs and game changers now to affect change. And the reason I thoroughly enjoy doing what I do is because I can affect change within hours or days instead of weeks and months. And it's positive and permanent change.
Oh, I love that. Give us a hashtag positive and permanent change in the comments. I love that, Greg. And what I love about what you just said as well, and I think it's a really important lesson for us change makers to learn, is that you have a vision, a massive vision, and like a real change making mission. But instead of being in that mission and getting caught up and overwhelmed and paralyzed by the magnitude of that vision, you said, okay, so that's where I'm working towards, but what change can I make today? What can I do right now in this moment that creates the change that will be a part of growing that change and will be creating the ripple of impact in the direction of where I'm going? So you recognize, actually, here's where I need to start. And I think a lot of change makers need to remember that lesson, because we get so paralyzed by the massive greatness of this movement or whatever it is we want to create. And then we're so busy focusing up there that we forget to come back down here and make the changes today and the impact today that we want to make. So Greg, as you've been making your change and you've been supporting Ripple makers, one of the things that I love that it was like a happy accident. And isn't it great, guys, you know, when you're on your mission and you're just putting one foot in front of the other and you don't necessarily know what to expect, you're just out there making your ripple, but then something happens by accident. And actually that something happened to me, and I want to share with each of you what happened to me to introduce really what Greg is now working on. So how many of you as change makers want to build your brand through public speaking? Give us a hashtag public speaking in the comments if that's part of your mission and part of your journey of taking your message out to the world. Well, it's a big part of what I do, and for many years I've been speaking all over the world, like just totally like rocking stages, going out there and doing it, until lockdown happened. And during lockdown, as you know, like the whole world shut down, and all of a sudden we were doing everything online. We were doing you know, summits and interviews and all kinds of stuff, and I was doing lots of them every single week. But then came the point that I had to get back onto a physical live stage in front of a live audience again, and that happened in, I think it was September, October last year. And I froze. And I froze in a way, and I panicked in a way that I hadn't done for a very, very long time. And I said to Greg, I need your help. I want to make a massive change in the world, and I'm not going to be able to do it if I can't get back on a stage again. Can you help me? And Greg developed a beautiful program for me, which has gone on to become the Invincible Impact Program. Greg, what you've done for me, I mean, I literally got on that stage. By the time you'd worked your magic with me, with all your tricks and hypnosis and all the things you did with me in the lead up to that event, by the time I got on that stage, I felt invincible. And that's how the name of the Invincible Impact Program came along. Could you tell us a bit about that Invincible Impact Program? Because that's now something that you've developed and are now supporting change makers all over the world to get up there, speak, own their confidence, own their voice, and get out there and do it. Could you tell us a little bit about that program?
Well, certainly. I mean, hypnosis is a state of focus, and it enables you to channel your unconscious mind to direct you. You know, we all know that the unconscious mind actually directs our things. It's the thing that creates the anxieties and the fears within our body, because it's trying to protect us. So I've just come up with a number of ways where there are different approaches to make sure that your unconscious mind is definitely and absolutely reprogrammed to ensure that you can be your best possible version of yourself. And that's all it is. It's all it is, but it's a big thing at the same time, because most people never ever come to terms with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, it's about, and you made a very good point earlier about people not getting overwhelmed. You are what you do. So you could have the best ideas in the world, but if you're not achieving them, then you are nothing. So always try to achieve, always go forward. However you're doing it, however small, always go forward.
Yeah, however small, always go forward. Get that into the comments. Greg, does that connect with your tip that you're going to share with us today?
Yes. We know we're always going through our own journey. We're always inside our own heads most of the time. So you could be on your way up, or you could be on your way down, or you could just be having a reasonable day. The person next to you, you have no idea. Stay connected. Speak to the people around you, speak to the people you know. You get valuable insights from doing that, and also you remain supported.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're top of the world or down in a slump, support is important. Either you can support others or they can support you. So stay connected. That's my tip.
I love that. And like you say, I mean, you just never know, do you? The person you walk past that you just acknowledge and say hello to, or, you know, I mean, I've watched you over the years do like so many acts of kindness. I remember we were in Manchester once and you just started walking away and I went, where are you going? And before I knew it, you'd disappeared across the road and you'd given your gloves to a homeless man on the street. And you think nothing of it, literally, that like I've learned so much from you about how the little things can make someone feel so special. And it's actually the acts of kindness. It's not the saying you're going to do it, it's the doing of it, the being of it, that you just do so naturally. And yeah, I just want to recognize you for that, because you don't even think about it, you just do it. So Greg, how can we support you? What are you looking for in the One Drop community? Individually, we're One Drop, together we're the ocean. So together, what can we do to support you? What are you looking for? Are you wanting to speak? Are you like, tell us.
It would be nice to be able to speak in people's auditoriums, whether they're virtual or real. I feel that the message I have needs to be heard by many other people. I can help so many other people that aren't aware of me at the moment. So yes, if people can put me forward for things, if people can invite me to speak at their events, that would be absolutely lovely. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys and girls, keep an eye out. And what kind of group specifically can we make that effect, that ripple effect for you, Greg? Are there certain types of summits that you want to speak on? Is it like mental health, mental wellness?
Mental health, mental wellness. I can make coaches more effective. Entrepreneurs, absolutely, definitely, I can change their direction completely and utterly to the one they need. It's
So
all,
like change maker summits, things like that as well.
yes.
Yeah, podcasts, summits, webinars. Brilliant. Okay, well, guys and girls, if you go up to the members tab at the top of the One Drop Movement group, you'll find Greg in there. You'll be able to connect with him, send him a message, reach out, connect. And also I'll make sure that I put Greg's details in the description with this video for you, so you can make sure you connect, because there could be a great collaboration between you, Greg, and yourself. Could be the next joint venture. And Greg, you've done lots of things in partnerships in the past as well, loads and loads of history. Like, we don't have time to even go into a fraction of the magic that this man has created in the lives of so many. I mean, before I met you, you'd already built 7 businesses, and what you're doing now in life is, it's like the accumulation of all the things you learned, you're bringing them into what you're taking forward now. So I'm really proud of you and proud to know you.
Thank you very much.
Guys and girls, we'll be back for our next Ripple Maker tip, 11:15 every day. We are here, weekdays, that is. We take a bit of a rest on the weekends. So come back and join us for the next session. And if your butt has not been in this seat, help me to help you get your message out to the world by sharing with our One Drop community that message and that beautiful story that you have in your heart. Let's get your change out there in a bigger way. Thank you so much for dropping in with us today, Greg. Really appreciate you. And we look forward to seeing your progress as you continue to make that impact, not just in the UK. I have a feeling this is going to be a global ripple that you're making. Guys and girls, have a wonderful day. Keep making the difference that only you can make. And we'll see you in the next session. Lots of love. Bye bye for now.
Thank you.